Hanapan.
Yeah, if you've ever done that, congratulations. You're part of the 80% of gamers who rage. And no, it's not just because you're angry. It's because your brain is trying to keep you. Let me explain before you break another controller. Welcome back to the channel, Einstein Ibrahim. Subscribe now for more free gaming psychology content, and check the description for cool stuff I've linked. Alright, story time, and I'm not proud of this. I was one match away from ranking up. One. You know that feeling when everything's working? Aim is crisp, movement smooth, teammates actually listening for once. And then the universe went, nah. A dude solo pushed, got folded instantly, and somehow he blamed me. Then I got third-partied, melted in 0.2 seconds, and my brain just said, nope. The controller left my hand like it had dreams of flying. I took a break for 2 weeks. But here's the thing, that reaction didn't start in the game. You know those matches where everything falls apart at the same time? Your shots don't register? We've all been there. 78% of gamers have quit games due to lag or similar. The enemy suddenly turns into a demon, and you're just sitting there like, bro, I swear I pressed the button. That frustration isn't random. It happens because your brain thinks you're losing control of the situation, and gamers hate losing control even more than losing the match. Research shows that when players feel they have no control over a game's outcome, it directly triggers aggression. In other words, the feeling of helplessness fuels the rage more than the loss itself. So your brain basically switches into fight or flight mode. At that point, your amygdala, the panic center, hijacks your brain, which basically means you either smash something or you bail out. Both responses are natural. One just tends to cost more. Half the time, you're not even mad at the lobby or the game itself. You're carrying stress from your job, your family, your whole day, and then someone steals your loot and boom, everything you've been holding in pours out right there. Often the outburst isn't really about the loot at all. It's about all the other stuff. As one expert put it, when people explode in anger, it's usually more about what's already bothering them internally than whatever set them off. And honestly, rage quitting feels good. For a second, you slam the controller, quit the game, and instantly there's that sense of relief. You feel lighter for a brief moment. Your brain basically learns, oh, quitting makes the bad feelings go away. Psychologically, it's classic loss aversion and negative reinforcement. By quitting, you avoid the pain of losing, which rewards your brain with relief. So the next time you start to tilt, your brain's like, hey, remember how nice it felt to just bail? And it pushes the eject button even faster. Here's another truth, losing outright feels like I'm bad, but rage quitting feels like I chose to stop. See the difference? Your brain rewrites the story to protect your pride. In psychology terms, it's a defense mechanism, a form of loss aversion where quitting lets you avoid the sting of defeat. Basically, by cutting out before the game labels you a loser, you get to tell yourself it was on your own terms. And it works up to a point. After all, if something threatens our ego or sense of competence, we'll do almost anything to avoid that feeling. If you rage quit in games, there's a good chance you do something similar in real life. Not literally smashing controllers, but quitting or walking away when things get frustrating. Think about it. Jobs, conversations, relationships. Do you bail when the going gets tough? Our gaming habits can mirror our coping habits. In fact, repeatedly rage quitting can weaken your ability to handle challenges over time. You're essentially training yourself to give up. As one article noted, frustration tolerance is like a muscle. If you always rage quit, you skip the workout and end up less equipped to handle tough challenges in games and life. Bottom line, you can't improve at anything if you quit every time it gets hard. You'll never get better at the game if you leave every match when you're mad. Pro players aren't Zen masters by birth or anything. They've just learned that quitting kills your progress. Losses are lessons. In fact, some experts emphasize seeing a loss as an opportunity to learn and improve. The pros stay calm and stick it out, not because they don't feel the rage, but because they know pushing through the frustration is how you get good. And it's not just about you. It affects everyone else too. When you quit, you tilt your teammates. Then they're more likely to go into the next match angry and play worse or rage quit on someone else. Tilt spreads like a virus in the community. In fact, gamer rage can be contagious. One person's blow up often leads to others losing their cool and more games being lost. So how do we stop rage quitting without having to become a monk or something? First step, when you feel yourself heating up in game, just stop. Literally pause. Don't hit find next match. Don't say anything. Recognize the surge and freeze for a second. It's absolutely okay to walk away from the keyboard or set the controller down for a moment. Next, give yourself a quick reset. Get up from your chair, stretch, drink some water, maybe even step outside. Yes, touch some grass if you can. You'd be amazed how fast your brain cools off. The fight or flight stress chemicals clear out pretty quickly when you change your environment. Even a short 5-minute break is usually enough to drastically dial down the rage. Also, do a quick vibe check before you even queue up for another sweaty rank session. Ask yourself, am I actually in the mood for pain right now? If the answer is no, don't do it. There's no rule that you must play ranked when you're already on edge. Play a casual mode, a chill single player story, fight some bots, anything else. Another rule, never insta-queue after a really bad loss. That's the easiest way to go into a free fall tilt spiral. You know how it goes. Lose one, you're mad, jump straight into the next, lose even worse. It's like adding fuel to a fire. Players who don't take breaks can turn a couple of rough games into a 20-game loss streak. So after a frustrating match, stop for at least 30 seconds, take a few deep breaths, get up or shake out your hands, do something to reset your brain. Even a half-minute pause can save you from diving headlong into the next game carrying all that tilt. Remember, rage quitting doesn't mean you're a weak person or a bad gamer. If anything, it means you care. You care about the game, about winning, about your performance. Otherwise, it wouldn't set you off. That passion is a good thing, but understanding why you snap gives you the power to control it instead of it controlling you. When you feel that swell of anger, now you know it's your brain trying to protect you in all the wrong ways. And knowing is half the battle. By taking control of how you handle that frustration, you can keep gaming what it's meant to be, fun. All right, your turn. Drop your worst rage quit story in the comments. I want details, I want pain, I want comedy. Hit like so more gamers see this, and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. Take care of yourself and your K/D piece.